Quiet on the set.
Camera speed.
Sound production.
Roll sound.
Rolling.
Sound production. Take 2.
Welcome to the I Remember Liking That Movie podcast. Remember those childhood movies you loved? Now, we're going to watch them again and find out if they're still as amazing as you remember. Or, your father was right. You were an idiot, and everything you watched was stupid. So buckle up, movie aficionados. Over-the-top gore? Check. Over-embellished action? Check. Gratuitous nudity? Double check. Storylines so absurd you could drive a semi-truck through those plot holes. Oh yeah, some of those movies didn't even know what a movie plot was. And that's the way we liked it. Now, here's your hosts, Anna Santos and Jimmy Coates.
Welcome to the I Remember Liking That Movie podcast, and we are heading to Halloween. Before we do, I'm very excited about all the movies that we're about to watch, like The Lost Boys, Nightmare on Elm Street 3, The Fly. And then I'm like, how many? I kept looking for them, and I'm like, this is only our third Halloween. But our last Halloween was not that great, but our first Halloween was.
It was. Our first Halloween was amazing.
Yeah, it was 30 Days of Night. Which we both like. The Tale of Two Dolls, Child's Play versus Child's Play the remake, which I think I like Child's Play original more than you, but it wasn't as good as I remember because Chucky wasn't Chucky at that point.
And I liked the remake more than the original.
And I think we both said the remake was it was more rewatchable.
Yes.
Return of the Living Dead, which I loved. I thought it was fantastic.
I mocked, but I still enjoyed myself watching it.
Yeah. And then it was Nightmare on Elm Street original versus the remake, which kind of went along the same lines as Child Play.
Yeah.
And I thought the remake, which I thought I didn't like at all, turned out that it wasn't that bad. It wasn't
it was not a quality film.
No, but it wasn't horrendous as I thought it was.
No, and it was definitely very rewatchable.
Yes.
Yeah.
And then we got The Haunted Mansion. Then we did watch. Then we did the Texas Chainsaw Massacre original versus the remake, and the original
won out.
That was. I can't believe how creepy that movie still is. It was really good.
Oh yeah.
And I didn't mind the remake. It was more action movie compared to the original. So and then we have Sleepy Hollow. So was our big Halloween one, which I believe I liked more than you.
Yes.
Wasn't
I didn't really like it.
Yeah, I don't think you really liked it that much.
I didn't like it.
But then we go back to last year's Halloween, which was a little more disappointing. We started out with Texas Chainsaw Massacre 2, which we both didn't say we didn't like, but we didn't say we really liked it either. Like I think it was an experience. It was
we were
well worth watching.
This is a very different movie from the first.
Wow.
Yeah, that was so. If you watch the first one and you're like, I want more of that, let me watch the sequel. We're like, don't.
Yeah, it's not going to happen.
It's not a good choice.
And then one of my picks was Return of the Living Dead 2. Definitely not as good as I remember.
Yeah, no, that was terrible.
The Addams Family was okay.
Addams Family, we kind of enjoyed.
Yeah. Nightmare on Elm Street 2, again, completely different movie.
Completely
an
different
experience, and if you're doing a marathon, it's worth watching. It's just not...
It's not one you would pick out individually and be like, Nightmare on Elm Street 2. Let's do this.
And then Halloween 2, again, any movie with Michael Myers is fine, but this was not... this was not a great movie either.
Yeah, no, we were not thrilled with this.
It had a few things. It had a few plot holes. It had a
big old plot holes.
And then The House on Haunted Hill, the original and the 1999 remake. I think we both liked the 50s one or 60s one with Vincent Price.
Yes.
And I think we both liked the 1999 one, not as much as
I think for its camp value.
Yeah.
we were like, yeah, this is fun.
It was
But
fun.
if you're looking for a better movie, the OG with
Yeah.
Vincent Price is the one that you want.
But this year I am excited, and we're starting with, we're back in the 80s. And I realize my Halloween picks are the 80s as well. I think there's one here that's not, and I think like Nightmare on Elm Street, Monster Squad, and 13 Ghosts is not. And
Yeah.
I think you also picked another one that was not. I'm trying to remember. It's written down somewhere.
I believe you.
Lost Boys. You picked Lost Boys, The Fly. I picked Nightmare on Elm Street 3, Monster Squad, 13 Ghosts. Oh, there's another one in there. I can't remember. It's in the 2000s or 90s. But we'll figure it out. It'll be coming up. But anyways, we are going back to 1987, The Lost Boys, which I thought was weird because I just realized the title. And it was, yes, The Lost Boys 1987 was based on Peter Pan in its initial concept, with the title being a direct reference to the characters. The original script by James Jeremias and Janice Fisher was conceived as a more family friend Goonie-esque adventure featuring child vampires. But when director Joel Schumacher got hold of it, the story turned into this gritty teenage vampire classic. Sexy I don't know if I'd call it sexy. Well, I haven't seen it in a while.
I mean,
Might be sexy.
It's kind of sexy. This was a sexual awakening for many.
Yeah, with the vampires and stuff. Yeah, I guess yeah. Went on, yeah. That's probably why we got Twilight.
Ugh.
Thanks a lot, Joel Schumacher. Schmuck.
Fuck you.
What do you remember about the Lost Boys?
I remember intrigue. I remember a little bit of, there was some suspense, but it wasn't super. When you said like a fun kind of child-friendly vampire romp, I was like, I kind of see where that is in the when you said it, because you've got two younger kids trying to like figure stuff out, fight vampires, and save the town, and then being concerned for their mom dating what ends up being the head vampire. And it is kind of like teenage angst and tween, like coming of age with vampires. And I remember loving this movie and being slightly obsessed with it. And then now I haven't watched it in like 20 years.
Yeah, it's been a while. I remember the soundtrack. I remember someone bringing it onto our bus because I lived in rural, and sometimes a bus ride was half hour, 40 minutes. But I remember this being played quite often.
Yeah.
I remember a weekend staying over at friends. This was a popular rental. And I did see it a lot, but I have not seen it in a long time. And I remember no other movie that I can remember that had a buff shirtless guy playing a saxophone for that long. And we've never seen it again.
I had forgotten about that guy, but I'm glad you remembered him.
How could you forget him? Actually, someone made a Lego trailer. I don't know if they did the whole movie Lost Boys, but they did it clip for clip.
Amazing.
And it had the saxophone guy. I saw it not too long ago. That's why I remember him.
See, I was obsessed with Jason Patric. Kiefer Sutherland was a close second.
Yeah.
But Jason Patric was my like big crush from this movie. And he stayed my crush. I've watched Speed 2 many, many, many times. Ugh. Even though that movie is so bad. I think it's so bad it's good.
We went to I remember going to the drive-in. I don't know who I was with, or I was obviously a kid. I don't know why we were there. What I think was the first movie, and there was something really good on the second movie.
Oh, Lord.
Yeah. But yeah, Jamie Gertz, Kiefer Sutherland, Corey Haim, Corey Feldman, and our friend there, Alex Winter, who we just saw in Death Wish 3.
Yes, and Diane Weiss plays the mom, and Edward Herrmann plays head vampire in charge.
That's right. Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was the surprise at because I remember when you first saw it, I was like, oh. And
Yeah, that was the shock. That was the spoiler alert.
and he is a great actor. He's been in a
He's
lot of.
so good.
Now this
He's
is the
so
same
good.
guy that did. Well, he did Saint Elmo's Fire. He did Flatliners, but he also did Batman and Robin. But he's got 8mm. There are a lot of good movies he's made. The
Yeah.
Client. Yeah, he did DC Cab, one of our favorites.
Mm-hmm. One of your favorites.
Mr. T and
I
Gary
hated that
Racist
movie.
Busey. Gary Busey's on the screen. I wonder what racial thing he's going to talk about now. This is awesome.
Oh God.
But yeah, I do remember really, really liking this movie. Let's take a look at the poster. I would hang this one just because of how much, if you were a kid in the 80s and the 90s, you saw this movie a lot. I mean, now it was rated R too. But yeah, it was on TV quite a bit, wasn't it?
It was. There was a time it popped up a lot.
But I will say this, because it says rated R for gore. And I'm like, I do remember, because at the beginning of it, you see like little tiny clips of the vampires. And it not until the end where you see the full fleshed out vampires and the gore.
Yeah.
Which is kind of cool because they're saving it for the end. Don't get me wrong. I like it when movies give it to you right at the beginning.
Yeah.
But sometimes it's really cool building it up, and
Yeah.
you're waiting and you're waiting and you're waiting and you see them flying all the time. That point of view of them flying and I guess it was pretty gory. I just remember one of the vampires getting pushed in the tub.
Yeah.
That's about it.
It's funny though, because I never thought of it as a gory movie.
No.
But then when you really actually think about it, you're like, wait, they cram all the gore into like the end of the movie.
The end of the movie, yeah.
So like I wouldn't even say the ending. I would say the ending is gory, but not the entire movie. Feels like any other teen ensemble until the end.
All right, let's take a look at some taglines. Should be good. Oh, there's not a lot. Sleep all day, party all night, never grow old, never die. It's fun to be a vampire.
I mean, I wouldn't really call that a tagline, but great caption.
Yeah. Being wild is in their blood.
Oh, that's pretty good.
Okay, what do we think the box office was on this?
I think it did very well.
Actually, what do we think the budget was?
Oh, I think the budget was pretty high. I'm going to go 15 million.
15 million. Actually, it was 8.5 million.
Really?
Yeah.
That feels very cheap for this movie.
Yeah. He can do Lost Boys for 8.5, but needed $298 million to do Batman and Robin. That looked like
Stop
shit.
shitting on Batman and Robin.
Box Office Mojo. So let's share. All right. They have it as a comedy horror. I
can kind of see that. The stuff with the Corys.
Yeah, I guess so. Yeah. And the two people. So it made 32 million domestic, 192 international for 32.5 million. That's not bad on 8.5.
It's not.
Like, you made a good profit. Had a couple re-releases. It was released on July 31st. Yes, great. It came in second. At least it was a summer movie.
Yeah.
Oh, it actually opened up behind The Living Daylights, the new James Bond movie with Timothy Dalton, which opened up to 11 million. Lost Boys 5 million, and ahead of La Bamba. I love La Bamba.
Me too.
RoboCop. I love RoboCop. Summer School. I was gonna say, we've been here before. Like, we've seen these.
Yeah.
Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs. Superman 4. Such a bad movie. Full Metal Jacket. Dragnet. Adventures in Babysitting. And look, Beverly Hills Cop 2. Jaws: The Revenge. Roxanne: The Untouchables. Revenge of the Nerds 2. They're great movies. I don't know if they're still any good.
Yeah. We remember them
Summer
being
School
great
was.
movies. Summer School, yes, we loved Summer School.
After watching Jaws 3, I'm going to go out on a limb and say Jaws the Revenge is not a good movie, but I can't wait to watch it.
I'm excited for it because I remember watching it and thinking this is one of the shittiest movies ever, but I loved watching it.
Yeah. And so it made 5 million, dropped to fifth, and still made 4 million in fifth place, and then ninth, and then up to 8, 13, 13. So it never hit number one. It was never a runaway box away, but it made a really good profit, like 8, 16, almost 4 times its budget.
Wow.
That's pretty good. Not many movies do that nowadays.
That's very true.
Make a Marvel movie, and even those are having some trouble.
They changed the direction.
Of the Marvel movies?
The Marvel movies have a very different vibe.
Yeah.
They feel disjointed, and you can't start us with here are the movies that you should watch in the sequence that you should watch them. And then all of a sudden be like, and you can watch this one if you want, or that one.
Yeah. Make sure you watch that Disney Plus show so you know what's going on that movie.
Yeah, see, and that's...
Yeah, your vibe turned to shit. Although I did, like I said, I did like Thunderbolts. I thought it was pretty. I thought it was really good, but it could have been. I saw a few Marvel movies in a row were like, ugh, and maybe this one was just way better than ugh. Fantastic Four looks kind of cool. I haven't seen that.
I'm excited for that.
Yeah, I'll watch that. I'll still watch them. I'm not paying.
Yeah.
Until you get like Endgame and all that stuff before, like that led up to all those big ones. They were pretty cool.
Yeah.
And you killed all my Star Wars. Fuck you, Disney. Did Disney make this movie? Now I'm pissed.
You okay there?
Now I'm getting angry. Well, I am so stoked because for those listening, I bought this on 4K.
Nice.
And I think I got it for like $15-20. So I really hope I'm not disappointed.
Oh God. We can all hope that.
I've bought many a movies during these podcasts that were not worth buying.
It's an experience. That's what we'll say.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I'm glad I wish I bought Death Wish 3. I bought Jaws 3. I'm not mad about that. Although I paid $10 for all 3 of them. So there
you go.
Not the good one. I bought 3 of the shitty ones. I got all 3 shitty Jaws movies on Blu-ray.
Oh
God. I don't have the original Jaws, the best one. Okay, so yes, so it made money. I'm gonna say that I'll share this in a minute. Oh, have you seen the sequels
of
The Lost Boys?
There are sequels?
Corey Haim was supposed to be in the second one, and then logistically, read probably drugs or something,
or rehab,
which is shitty. I really like Corey Haim.
I know.
And I remember watching the 2 Coreys going, these 2 guys, I think they got shafted.
I think Corey Haim got shafted.
Corey Feldman might be nuts.
Corey Feldman. Well, apparently Corey Feldman is on Dancing with the Stars this season.
It hasn't shown up yet.
Hasn't shown up at all. And I'm like, sir, that is your own doing, my friend. No, but of the 2 Coreys, I always thought Corey Haim had kind of more stage presence, and he was definitely more.
I've always thought Corey Feldman was so much fun, like Goonies.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Friday 13th.
But then I think
Corey Haim, I think, had back in the day had the more range, if you want to. Yeah. Corey Feldman always played a certain type of character, which was awesome. I liked it.
He did well as that character.
Yeah, Corey Haim had a bit more range.
Yeah, Corey Haim was.
But yeah, they made 2
better actor, but
they made 2 more Lost Boys, right to video. One is called The Tribe, and the other one is called shit. I know you can get all 3 of them on DVD on Amazon for like $8.
Oh, that's a thought. We'll see if I still love this movie.
Yeah. Sorry, it's bugging me.
What's bugging you?
These stupid movies. The Lost Boys, The Tribe came out in 2008, and The Lost Boys, The Thirst, 2010. I'll probably not as good as the first one.
I'm gonna guess no.
All right. I have a feeling this one actually did do well with critics, and I'm going to say it's going to do well with the audience.
I want to agree with you.
Because even when you made your Halloween picks and you said the Lost Boys, like the nostalgia was like, oh, fucking right, the Lost Boys, sweet.
Well, it's funny because everybody I've mentioned I was like, oh yeah, for the podcast we're doing the Lost Boys, and everybody's like, oh my god, I love that movie, and I'm like, but how long has it been since you've watched it?
Yeah.
Would you still love it now?
Well, since I already bought it, I hope I do. All right. Oh, there you go. Lost Boys, rated R, 1 hour and 37 minutes, comes in at 80 reviews at 75%. That's pretty good. Even for a vampire movie, that's pretty good.
That is very impressive. Oh, shit.
250,000 audience. A popcorn meter is at 85%. So, since this is your pick, you can look for a good one. Shouldn't be too hard. While I try to find some. Oh, there's some bad ones.
All right. Chance Solemn Pfeiffer from Willamette Week. While the cast is fun, Schumacher is predictably at his best. When The Lost Boys is a vibe check, aestheticizing, that's the hardest word to say in the world, vampires into an 80s fashion ideal as they race their motorcycles down the beach, power ballads wailing into the night. No score.
Love power ballads.
Yes.
Nothing screams manly 80s like men dressed like women with long hair and screaming power ballads.
While wearing an incredible shade of lipstick.
Yeah, and really tight leather.
Yes.
Okay, sorry. James Bertinelli, Real Views, says a story that starts with promise is peppered with strong performances, especially from Kiefer Sutherland, and seems to be going somewhere, devolves into a formulaic disappointment. 2 out of 4.
Rebecca Johnson from Film Focus Online. It's witty, sharp, and outright hilarious with fantastic performances and a glossy and cool take on vampire mythology. Original score 5 out of 5.
Michael Willington from the LA Times says there's always room for fancy trash. And this movie, about a gang of punk vampires terrorizing the new kids in town, seems capable of providing some. Then the characters open their mouths. No score. Just didn't like it.
Wow, that's harsh. Kevin Mayer from the Times UK. That the film works so well is a testament to Schumacher's pop sensibilities, his slick production design, and an iconic soundtrack. Echo and the Bunnymen's version of People Are Strange is a majestic way to begin a movie. Original score 4 out of 5.
All right. Jenny Kermode, for Eye for Film, says ultimately this is a film for nostalgic fans and for kids with the appropriate dark leanings, but it's not going to wow anyone else. 2.5 out of 5.
Matt Brunson from Film Frenzy. This snappy, snazzy vampire flick looks better today than it did back in 1987, when it was overshadowed by superior mid-80s horror films like The Fly, Fright Night, Reanimator, and Day of the Dead. Original score 3 out of 4.
All great movies.
Yes, we are doing The Fly.
We are going to watch The Fly.
I just remembered the other movie I picked, Land of the Dead.
That's right, Land of the Dead. Oh, that's right, because when we talk about Land of the Dead, I'll bring the story up. Where was it? Where are you, Nigel? Nigel Floyd from Time Out, directed with a cavalier disregard for intelligibility. This has to be one of the most anemic vampire flicks ever made. This was in 2006, so Twilight hadn't come out yet. If he thought this was an anemic vampire.
At that point, once Twilight came out, he issued an apology to Lost Boys and said, I'm sorry, I was wrong.
I'm sorry, I was so wrong.
Keith Garlington from Keith in the Movies. Yes, it's a horror film with vampires and a little, very little actually, blood and gore tossed in, but it fully embraces its comedy elements which helps give it a unique flavor. Original score 5 out of 5.
And now I'm remembering, as we're talking about this, the comedy part. He meets the two supposedly vampire slayers that run the comic book shop in town, which is Corey Feldman. I can't remember the other guy. And yeah, there was a lot of, I remember humor, and that's probably another reason why I loved it. This is my last one For the bads, it's Roger Ebert from Chicago Sun-Times. When everything is all over, there's nothing to leave the theater with. No real horrors, no real dread, no real imagination. Just technique and the service of formula. 2.5 out of 4. So I didn't hate it.
No.
Just, it was kind of like,
I'm going to throw this one as my last one. Tom Meek from Cambridge Day. Lost Boys is something of the nerdy dude version of Buffy the Vampire Slayer before there was Buffy. Original score 3 out of 4. And I see what he's saying there.
Yeah. It's not quite Buffy the Vampire Slayer, the movie. It's a lot darker than that. But yeah, it has that where even I don't think Buffy the Vampire Slayer TV show is as nerdy as the movie.
Oh, no.
But I remember liking the movie, but I remember liking the TV show better.
Yeah, I almost consider them separate.
Yeah, they're
because
very
they
different
did not
tones.
very different tones. Very different tones. Still both great, but just very different vibes.
Yeah, I remember Pee Wee Herman or Paul Rubens in that one actually being very funny as a vampire.
He's awesome.
Yeah. All right, Lost Boys. We are going to IMDb with 100 and there's the saxophone guy. Right when I'm reading it, he's just giving her 172,000 reviews on IMDb. Comes in at 7.2.
That's pretty high.
Yeah, that is pretty high. That's pretty. Yeah, that's not bad. This bodes well for my investment.
Yeah, it does.
All right, this was your pick, so you may find the 10.
All right.
Oh, there's quite a few here. So
there's yeah.
That's clever. No, go ahead.
There are actually quite a few that are pretty funny, but I'm gonna go with the vampire movie for anyone who's sick of vampire movies. That's from Jenna B. Ryder, 10 out of 10.
Yeah, this is fun film for almost anyone, but I'm going with not the Brat Pack, the Bat Pack. Ruprecht, 9 out of 10.
Is there something? Come on, guys, give me funny. Ooh, we'll do this one. Arguably the funnest horror film with a great soundtrack. Deckard, 78, 8 out of 10.
Yeah, I have a 888 here saying growing up, I watched this movie countless of times. 7 out of 10. And yeah, that's the nostalgia, even the nostalgia.
Oh yeah, the nostalgia was so high.
As we realize, like the nostalgia can really help a movie.
It really can.
Like if you're really bad, if that nostalgia's there, you can go from a skip it to stream it.
Stream it. Sometimes even a rent it, because you're like, it'll bring back so many memories. All right. Oh, peak 80s cheese, fun, silly, and a little too ridiculous. Billy Boy, 6 out of 10.
Here's one that's not bad. Shaker Koala. Straddling genres, it misses its bite. Visually, it is glorious.
Interesting. There's so many to choose from in 4 out of 10 that are so amazing. But I'm going to go with, oh God, which one? Another reminder of why the 1980s sucked. Johnny Numb, 4 out of 10. But I want to give a special shout out though to Very Silly and Very Overrated from Maxi G18.
This comes 3 out of 10. Oz Jeppe. Before Twilight, there was this cheese fest with extra garlic.
That's so weird. So much screaming from Darth Steele, 39338, 2 out of 10.
This guy did not. Okay. Why are the best writers the one that hate the movies? Like Count Dracula is rolling over in his casket. Helpless dancer. But this one is dig for crap, more crap, 100 feet of crap. Look for 100 more. There you'll find the Lost Boys. So good looking. 1 out of 10. That and Count Dracula is rolling over his.
Yeah.
Yeah, they got This Movie Sucks with
Oh my
sucks
God.
capitals.
There's one Vampires for Disney or Dawson's Creek fans. Brittany Fox, thank you.
All right.
God, that was funny.
Okay, so this bodes well for us thus
Yes.
far. Let us take a look. Now, I bought it. Is it playing on anything?
Yes, it's on Crave with
That's Canadian.
the add-on. So for
Stars.
Stars, it is also
Which I
on
believe
Amazon
is also
Prime.
American. The fuck did I buy it for?
And you can rent it from YouTube for $4.99. You can also rent it on Apple TV for $4.99.
Did you even come with some special features, you piece of shit? Oh, that's like why. Yeah, so it comes with additional scenes.
There you go.
A documentary,
Perfect.
making of. It has a shitload of special features. And why we're saying that, 4Ks have done this well. I have noticed with Blu-rays and DVDs. DVDs, the amount of special features that came with your movie, not all the time, but most of the time, and sometimes they had to put an extra disc in it just to give you all the special features. Blu-rays, not so much. Sometimes it's just a fucking movie. I'm like, you pieces of shit.
You pieces of shit.
Fuck it, that's just laziness. And you charge me more money. I mean, it looks a little better, but
that's why I never got the Blu-rays. I'm like, honestly, the visuals are the visual differences are negligible. Like, it's not such an improvement. So I was like, there's no point. I'm just going to keep doing DVDs. And then eventually Blu-rays just became playable on DVD players, and it's not that big of a deal.
No, and I watched a couple now on DVD, and they look fine.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, I was angry. What am I doing? Oh, yeah. Everyone trying to rip me off. All right, let's watch this trailer and then make our predictions. I am excited.
I'm excited too.
Not less excited after I watch this.
You'll never grow old, Michael. And you'll never die. Be one of us.
Notice anything unusual about Santa Carla yet?
It's a pretty cool place. If you're a Martian.
Or a vampire.
Dad!
You know where Hudson's Bluff is? I can't beat your bike. You just have to try and keep up. How far are you willing to go, Michael? Guess first. How are those maggots? Drink some of this, Michael.
Don't. It's blood.
Michael. Now you know what we are. Now you know what you are.
Help me! Stay back! Stay back! Help me! My own brother, a vampire. You wait till Mom finds out, buddy.
You don't want to miss this.
You smell like garlic.
That's the one I got. That looks pretty. That still looks cool.
It does still look cool. And I can't wait to see what the vibe is in the movie. Because unfortunately, that trailer was so polished.
Oh, yeah.
I was like, oh, yeah, that's a modern day trailer for
the
this
4K.
movie.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, I don't know. Like, it obviously, this is going to be a campy movie. Well, let's not pretend.
Yeah, no.
But I want it to be good campy.
But I will say this, and I know it's a 4K trailer for the 4K. the actual vampire and the makeup
Yeah.
looks just as good. Well, on the trailer,
Yeah.
it looks. You could have showed someone that's never seen that movie and said that's about to, and you probably would. You would believe it.
Mm-hmm.
Just they look good.
They do look
Now,
good.
I might be just overhyping this because I paid money for this.
No. Because when the vampires pop up, it actually felt very Buffy the Vampire Slayer, the series.
Yeah.
And it's interesting because you see like the teen peer pressure. It is really just a teen coming of age movie, but with vampires.
Yeah. And it does have, it looks, I see the funny parts.
Yep.
Yeah. No,
I forgot about Grandpa too.
Yeah, I forgot about Grandpa. I forgot how funny
Yeah.
Diane Wiest is. Yeah.
Diane Wiest is awesome. I love her.
Now I remember when they think her boyfriend is the vampire,
Mm-hmm.
and they keep trying to test him, and it keeps failing on them.
Yeah,
That's pretty funny too. Yeah, so I remember a lot. I'm really excited about seeing it.
I'm very excited.
Yeah.
I can't wait.
All right, well, we are going to go watch 1987's The Lost Boys, and when we come back, we are going to review it.
Let's all go to the lobby. Let's all go to the lobby. Let's all go to the lobby to get ourselves a treat.
Delicious things to eat.
The popcorn can't be beat. The sparkling drinks are just dandy. The chocolate bars and the candy. So let's all go to the lobby to get ourselves a treat. Let's all go to the lobby to get ourselves a treat.
And now, on with the show.
Yay! Did you watch 1987's The Lost Boys?
I did.
What are your initial reaction?
It was like an extended episode of Buffy the Vampire Slayer.
Yeah. They spore a little more.
Not that much more, to be perfect. I was like, honestly, there's the suggestion of sex, but not the actual act. Also
Yeah.
in Buffy the Vampire Slayer. The special effects makeup for the vampires, very Buffy like coded. The gore wasn't even that gory. I remember it being gorier. And I mean, very Buffy. Like it was just a really only with it was like a special Buffy the Vampire Slayer. And I loved it. Like I feel like I should go. I loved this movie.
So it's Josh Whedon pretty much just ripped off The Lost Boys.
Yeah. We're gonna go
Well,
with
you
that.
could tell he was a fan.
Oh God, yeah.
Obviously, yeah.
There's a lot of paralleliness.
There was it could have been, and this is just personal. Trying to unmute myself there. I think it could have used a bit more because they really, and I think I liked this more as a kid, that they really rushed the vampire, Michael becoming a vampire. They could have used like 5-10 minutes. Also, I tried watching. Did you know Joel Schumacher is like gay? Did you know Joel Schumacher was gay?
Weirdly, and I didn't.
Very flamboyantly. So I'm listening to the listen to the director's commentary, and he's like, I just want to make it sexy. I just wanted very sexy and do the shirt. It was like listen to what's his name, Serge from Beverly Hills Cop.
Beverly Hills Cop.
He goes, vampires are
less of
very
an accent.
sexy. Very sexy. Frankenstein's not sexy. I wanted to make a vampire movie. That's why I put the nipples on the Batman. I'm like, oh, I can't. This is awesome. I can't watch it.
This movie very much felt teen.
Yes.
It was
Oh
very
yeah.
teen.
And
I was like,
I
wow.
remember because I was kind of confused because it was rated R when we were going over the preview,
Yeah.
and I'm like, I watched this at a very young age.
Me too.
I wasn't like in my teens. I was like 8 or 9 or 10 when I first watched this, and then me and my friends watched this, and I think parents watched it and were like, "It's fine," because it wasn't.
Yeah.
I don't think it was an R-rated movie. I mean, like you said, they didn't swear a whole lot. There was gore, but not even like the ending where I thought maybe the ending was a little more gorier.
Yeah,
From
it was.
memory,
I remember
it
more
wasn't
gore.
overly gore, but maybe at the time.
Yeah. I mean, maybe at the time in 1987, they were like, whoa, this is not for the children's. And maybe we're just incredibly desensitized now and we've been exposed to so much that we're like, this is fine. Today's 12, maybe even 10-year-olds could 100% watch this movie and be like, this is a kid's movie.
Yeah.
Today's.
Even the, where the hell's the camera? The sex scene. I was sure doing air quotes for those listening. Wasn't anything.
Wasn't it? That was
bad. It was.
I have seen stuff more scandalous on like daytime soaps.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I'm like,
the R rating's confusing.
It's so confusing.
It's like, just give us an R rating. It'll make us look more edgy.
But I think, if I'm not mistaken, this is when movie ratings were first taking hold.
Yeah, and they were starting to be a little more.
Yeah, because wasn't it Nancy Reagan?
Yeah.
Who was like super don't let the children see naughty things.
Yeah, which I agree with. I don't think, but this was not. I mean, today, oh my God.
This would not be an R movie today.
No, today
maybe
yeah.
PG-13.
Maybe. Yeah.
Like a very light PG-13 where they're just like, meh, it's fine.
Yeah, because even the gore wasn't that bad.
It wasn't that bad. But I noticed this when I was watching it in the beginning, because normally when a movie's first starting out and they're going through the credits and whatever, I'll usually be just like finishing up on my phone or whatever, and I'm about to put it aside. And I was trying to answer an email and I was like, oh, let me keep watching. What just happened? Let me rewind by 10 seconds. What? And I was like, oh, is this going to be one of those movies where I'm going to want to watch it? Like,
yeah, actually,
really
when
watch
I had
it?
to go, I had to go out of the living room twice, and I paused it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Sometimes with a movie, even for this, sometimes I'm like, yeah, I'm not missing anything.
Yeah. If I have to leave the room for like 2 minutes,
Yeah.
I'm not, and I'm like, I don't think anything's going to happen. I walk out, and
I'm pretty sure I know what Ernest is going to do at camp. I don't think I have to pause this.
But I mean, that's also, and I feel that way because right now my background TV show, my background media is MasterChef Australia. And sometimes I'll just walk away and be gone for like 20 minutes and come back and be like, I can catch up, like whatever. It's not that big of a deal.
Yeah.
This movie, I was like, I'm kind of invested. This is new and exciting.
Yeah. And this was a giant nostalgia.
Oh my God, yes.
I realize how much I watched this movie because as a kid, I would say my favorite vampire movies from the 80s would have been Lost Boys and Fright Night. Because I watched both of them at a young age. Fright Night, I think, was way more terrifying, but Lost Boys was cool.
Hilariously, I only watched the original Fright Night like years, maybe even after the remake got done.
Oh.
Yeah.
Actually, I didn't mind the remake. I thought it was
I
very
really
well
liked
done.
it.
Yeah.
I really liked it. So I was like, oh, and because I really liked the remake, I was like, have I ever seen the original? And so I went back and watched it, and I was like, I don't think I've ever seen this. And I was like, oh, Fright Night, hey, you're fantastic.
And when I got older, Near Dark, I think, became what's her name? Bigelow.
Catherine Bigelow?
Catherine Bigelow, yeah. With Bill Paxton and Lance Henriksen. But no, this movie, it was a fun movie.
It was very fun, and it was very light.
As I was going to say, as a movie, as a deep movie, this is not a deep movie. This is not a...
No.
Still better than Twilight. I'll say that.
This is like fancy fountain deep.
Yeah.
Yeah. Twilight is like thin puddle on the sidewalk deep.
Yeah. And don't get, if you like Twilight, I get it. It's...
I have friends.
I don't get it, but I mean, you're allowed to like what you like.
I have friends who are intensely into Twilight.
Like, my wife read the books, and and I'm like you're an
they read all the books. They went to the midnight showings for every premiere. Like every time the new movie came out, they were at the midnight showings, like wearing custom made T-shirts, Team Edward, Team Jacob, and I read the first book. It took me 3 days, which for me is an anomaly because I can read a book that big in a day, not even a full day, like 8 hours. So I read the book. It took me 3 days because I had to keep putting it down because I was so frustrated with how poorly written it is. And I was like, this is one of the shittiest books I've ever read. And I was so mad that people kept telling me I needed to read it. I'm like, this is shit. And then the movies came out, and I'm like, you know what? Sometimes when the book is shit,
Yeah, the movies are
a
good.
lot of creative license comes out when they're doing the movie, and the movie's better. Then I watched the movie and I got mad all over again. And I was like, you know what? And then I heard that the director made a lot of changes to the original screenplay and to the way the movie was made to make it different from the book. And I was like, it was different. It still sucked balls. I
Yeah.
hated it. I hated it so much. But I was like, fine. Then my friend made me watch like movie 3, and I was like, why are people still making these?
And it made so much money.
It made so much money.
We own all of them. I bought the first one for my wife, and because she liked the books and stuff like that. And I remember we sat down, I'm like, all right, come on, it's a vampire. How bad can it be? It's a vampire movie. And about 20 minutes in, I'm looking at her going, really? Are you fucking kidding me? They
makes you
fucking
question
sparkle in the sunlight.
Thank you. You know what? That pissed me off as a horror fan, as a fantasy fan. I was like, the fuck you mean? This killer vampire sparkles in the fucking sunlight. I was mad. I was like, he's supposed to be a creature of the night.
Yeah.
What is he
I'm
doing
like,
going to high
you
school?
know she's 16, right? And he's like 150.
Yes.
He's a pedophile. He's a diddler.
There,
Shouldn't be called
There is-
Twilight. It should be called Diddlers.
undead diddlers.
Undead Diddlers, yeah.
It was, yeah. Anyways, I could go.
Of course,
on about what I
every
hate about it.
vampire that tries
Every
to get a
vampire,
woman,
yes.
yeah,
They're
they're
usually, it's very rare that
Yeah.
you see two vampires who are both like a century old
Yeah.
hooking up. But that makes a lot more sense than, oh, yes, this high school girl, I'm going to go and have a romantic liaison with her, which also happened on Buffy.
Yeah.
God,
Yeah.
that show has layers.
And I didn't know if Corey Haim's character was gay because he had a pink bike. He dressed
no, he was just from the city.
the Rob Lowe picture on his poster on his closet door. I thought that was an innuendo in the closet. But then I found out the director's very flamboyantly gay and talks like Serge from Beverly Hills Cop. I'm like, okay, I get it. He thought this was cool.
Well, no, I think it's also one of those things.
Well, he was in the movie that he just directed. Joel Schumacher just directed. So yeah.
Also, Rob Lowe was one of the hottest actors at that time, where this was the height of Brat Pack. It was a very pop culture moment. And the way Corey Haim's character dresses in this movie,
very 90s almost, like very hip.
bordering on
California,
90s.
very California.
Very California. Very like
But
in the
before it was very
suburbs.
popular. Yeah.
It was very mall chic, suburb mall chic for the 80s, late 80s, early 90s. So I was like, okay, yeah, he's definitely out of his element. Because he was also the only one dressed like that.
Yeah.
Even his brother dressed way hotter. Jason
Patrick. And Kiefer Sutherland and even Alex Winter they all had their shirts undone and they're all muscular.
Also, did Alex Winter have extensions in? Because that was a lot of hair behind his head.
Could have, yeah.
It's cascading down his back. I was like, damn.
I remember when I was doing this, coming across a couple things where they were calling this movie whitewashed. Because there's a lot of white people in it, but I mean, one, it's the 80s. Two, Santa Cruz, which stands in for Santa Clara.
Yeah. Santa Carla.
I looked it up, was in the 80s, over 80% white.
Yeah.
0.7% black, but I mean.
But here's the thing, and I think a lot of people don't realize this. A lot of small towns are not very diverse.
No, they're very white.
They are very, very white. So really,
and this looked like a shithole. That opening montage with and there was some diversity there. What's with that woman making out with the rat? I was like, oh, that's gross.
They want to show just how weird and icky this town is and how like
it
is.
I'm like, oh, I wouldn't live here. Jesus Christ. Look at these people.
They moved because their mom got divorced and now they have to live with their crazy taxidermist grandpa in the whitest town ever that apparently has a problem with people going missing every day.
Did you not notice the people that were shown, because it was a very broad amount of different people. Apparently, it's in the trivia that will be in the podcast one. They got over 2,000. They signed up over 2,000 people. The amount of people in Santa Cruz that signed up, and it was the biggest extra production at the time.
Yeah.
And they got lots. But don't you find it's like a lot? That looks a lot like if you went downtown New York, downtown LA, downtown Toronto, with the different color hair. I just found it weird that I'm looking at going, that doesn't look that long ago. Like the movie's over 40 years old and it doesn't look over 40 years old.
Fashion is cyclical. Y2K is having a resurgence. The 90s are having a resurgence. And now I think we're edging into the 80s, because if you start seeing some of the stuff that's coming out, I'm like, oh, wow. Like the extra high jeans that are like skinny. I've seen a lot of men wearing skinny jeans, and we know that was very popular in the 80s.
Yeah, stop it.
Yeah. The thin ties.
Yeah.
Menswear for women.
The fucking thin ties. I forgot about
the
them.
thin ties are back. So, I mean, fashion is cyclical. And right now we're in a time where like the 2020s will be known as the potpourri of fashion. We're taking from every trend, every decade, every style, and we're just mashing it all together. God bless.
I did see some videos that were created by AI, where it was kids in the 90s. And they were doing all the stuff we did in the 90s, going to the mall.
Yeah.
Going to just showing up at people's houses. But it's like, did you hear in 2025 they do this while they're like, you have to call and make plans to meet someone? Do you know in 2025 kids don't go to the mall and go to the arcade? They sit on the computer and play alone and type their whatever. And I'm like, yeah, we suck. 2025 blows.
It's definitely a very, very different time. And I do remember
very different. It was so much fun
from
then.
friends' houses, or you made plans at school and you were like, so I'm coming over to your house after school. Okay, yeah, I'll call my mom from your house. And
remember Saturday after 10, be wherever. Or you're just going along the neighborhood and 8 bikes are in front of your friend's house. Oh, that's where fucking everybody is. There we go. We found them.
We didn't have the bikes in front of the house, but you were just like, but we all lived within like a couple blocks of each other. So you would just leave the house and walk over to the first person's house. If they're not home, usually the parent would tell you, oh, they went to
they're there.
someone's house. Oh, okay, great, thanks. And then you just walked over to that house. Or how many times did I like just walk home from school with one of my friends and just go to their house?
Yeah.
Then I would call my mom from their house and be like, hey, I'm here. And she'd tell me what time to come home. And I'd be like, okay. And then I'd just go home. There was no planning. There were no play dates.
No, you could start out by yourself, and within an hour or two, you could be a mile down the road somewhere with like 18 of your friends. Just
or how many
picking up people and meeting people and grabbing.
How many times did you go to the mall with like one friend?
Yeah, and then there was a bunch of at the food court.
Eventually, at the food court, you would all congregate over like 6 tables.
Yeah,
and be loud and obnoxious. Yeah. The kids,
I wish
they don't
my
do
kids
this anymore.
Now, saying that, Diane Wee's character, the mom, I don't know if I'd let my kids go out in that. Jesus Christ.
I'm concerned with her safety awareness.
Yeah, but it was
she
the 80s.
Doesn't have any.
Because there was like a lot of that. It had the milk cartons with the missing children on it.
Yes.
It's 10 o'clock. Do you know where your kids are?
When that milk carton came out of the fridge, I was like, Carnation makes fresh milk? I was so confused. I was like, I thought it was just like powdered milk. What? Yeah, no, there were, she saw the board with all the missing posters on it, including the sheriff.
Yeah, the sheriff. Yeah.
I'm like, red flags. So what does she do? Let's get a job at the video store.
Yeah.
With a very attractive man who ends up being a vampire.
Perfect job to scope out people to kill.
Oh, yeah.
Because for those listening, they worked at the video store, and back then there was no Netflix, there was no downloading anything. There was you had to go to the video store. It was cool seeing the video store, though. I will say that.
I missed it. Do you know there's still a video store operating here in Toronto?
No.
I think it's Bay Street Video.
There's one there actually, because there's video stores popping up.
Yeah.
Maybe because I just got a letter from email, from Disney and Apple telling me that my monthlies are going up. I'm like, I fucking hate all of you.
I know
I'm
they're
paying
trying to
more
charge me
now.
more.
Yeah, I'm like, you're getting me close to the reason I cut cable, because it
Yeah.
was too expensive. You guys are bringing me right back up to that point again.
100%, and to watch all the things that you want to watch. And
Yeah,
then,
and there's
there are other ways that are less than legal to get everything you want to watch.
Yeah.
Um,
Or you can do, if you want to do it legal. I'm just getting to the point where one gets my money a month,
Yep.
and then whatever comes the next month that looks good, that streaming company will get my one subscription.
You know what though? I think Crave and Disney are now doing bundles. So I watched The Lost Boys on Crave, but when I pulled it up, I was like, "Oh, there's a bunch of new stuff on here." And I was like, "Wait, a lot of the stuff is also on Disney." So like Golden Girls is there, Beverly Hills 90210 was originally on Paramount Plus, but it's there. Buffy the Vampire Slayer. I was like, "Do I even need Disney?" But then I'm like, "Ooh, X-Men movie." So I'm gonna have to like,
Yeah.
because X-Men, the original X-Men movies are comfort movies for me. So I'm like,
Yeah, I love them.
oh God, there's something so fantastic about them.
Yeah.
Ah,
I
but
remember
anyway.
I went to theaters, I think, and watched all three. I might even went and saw Wolverine. And actually, like, Secret Time. I didn't even mind Wolverine Origins. I mean, it wasn't the best X-Men movie.
I didn't mind it either.
I didn't think it was that bad.
I enjoyed it.
It was cheesy.
Why
It was
does
fun.
everybody hate this movie so much? It was incredibly cheesy.
Yeah.
Incredibly. It felt very comic book.
Yeah.
But like 90s comic book, you know what I mean?
Yeah. But I even like Logan. I love Logan.
Logan, traumatized me.
Yeah, that was
Fucking
a fantastic
I
movie.
cried so hard. Oh my God.
No, and the sound. Okay, and back to Lost Boys. The soundtrack was fantastic.
Oh God, it was so good. I kept dancing.
The day I will cry, little sister. I have been singing that. My children and my wife are not happy.
How ready?
I'll
are
just
you to
pop
kill
up
you?
behind them. Thou shalt not cry.
They're ready to take you out. They're like, if he sings that one more time.
Yeah. Can we kill him?
And your wife yes, you can.
And the guy with the saxophone.
He was buff.
Fucking right he was. Holy shit.
He was a very attractive
And
man.
he's a real saxophone player. Apparently he was Tina Turner's saxophone player.
Oh, right on.
And he did also a couple videos for her when she did the Beyond Thunderdome soundtrack.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, he was. But I'm like, yeah, they're showing him a lot.
Yes. I didn't realize he was going to be that prominent. And I was like,
I know. And they're like, probably like, hey, Schumacher, you think we got enough of the saxophone? He's just shut up. Just leave me alone.
One more shot. One more shot. And the
He's
world
just so
thanks
sexy.
him.
He's just so sexy.
They were like, no, it's
iconic. Now it's iconic.
No, but also it kind of makes sense theatrically. And here's why. Everybody in that place is staring at the stage, except for Michael,
staring
at the star.
Jamie Gert's star, yeah.
And his brother is even like, what the fuck are you looking at? Look over there, because that's where the show is.
That's where sexy is.
Because even if you go to a concert now, inevitably, like a good chunk of people are not paying attention to whoever's on stage. They're not singing along. They're not, but they were like, everybody's enraptured with this performer, except for these two star-crossed lovers who have to stare at each other.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
All right. Let's
love how
movie real quick.
Yeah. Yeah, I love how they just fell in love with each other by
like in
looking
30
at each
seconds.
other. Yeah.
Look, I read a lot of smutty novels, and usually people fall in love right away.
That's
so
true.
they're like, you know, it was love at first sight. I knew right from when I met you. And I'm like, that's adorable. You don't even know. He could be a serial killer.
Yeah, I asked my wife, did you fall in love with me right away? She's like, no. I thought you were an idiot. Like, that tracks. Most people think I'm an idiot.
One day we'll do your origin story of you and your wife.
Yeah. All right, let's go through the Lost Boys. It's not really heavy on plot here.
There's
Doesn't
not much
need
plot
to
to
be.
be had.
but it had a nice pace. It looked fantastic.
So good.
I watched the 4K and I was, because 4K on just streaming is one thing. 4K in an actual player, it looked amazing.
There were only a couple things that I was
There were
like,
a couple.
oh, that's
Yeah.
odd. But sometimes there were some shots where I was like, God, that looks amazing.
Yeah. And yeah, I'm fucking around with Joel Schumacher. And I don't like every movie he does, obviously, Batman and Robin. But
Shut up.
This movie looked fantastic. And the acting was great.
Yes.
Like Kiefer Sutherland, Jason Patrick, Diane Wiest, was the main vampire's name there.
Herman, Paul Herman? No.
He was perfect.
Edward Herman.
And the way they played him, like, oh, it is him. Oh, it can't be him. You knew it was him because I've seen the movie 20 times, but
no, but you even start to doubt yourself. You're like, but it is him, right?
Yeah.
But why isn't any of this stuff working? But it's him.
And Corey Haim was very funny.
God, I love Corey Haim.
And it was like his little comments about, like, when he found out his dog bit his brother. He didn't ask if his brother was right. What'd you do, my dog, asshole?
Fuck yeah. Because he knows. He's like, look, my dog wouldn't bite you for no reason. What did you do? What did you do?
And this is a movie where if you watch it again, you're like, it's too bad, Corey Haim. Because he was great in this.
That always hurts my heart when you see
Silver Bullet with the werewolf. Yeah. Now Corey Haim's in one of a vampire, one of my favorite 80s vampires, and one of my favorite 80s werewolf movies.
Yeah. Also, did you flag what Corey Feldman was doing with his voice in this movie?
Yeah, it was. He apparently he got fired from this movie and then rehired because he kept showing up high because he had a drug problem at that young of age. Yeah. And Joel Schumacher's like, fuck it, you're fired. And then he kind of apologized and whatnot. But yeah, his voice was, I know they were named after Edgar Allan Poe, but at first I'm like, what do they do? What's he doing with his voice?
He was putting on a super deep voice. And bad. His little buddy wasn't doing that.
No.
So it was really, I was like, what the fuck is he? I know his voice doesn't sound like that.
I think they're trying to be older or
more serious, like trying to add some gravitas and be like, we're talking about vampires. Yeah, it's serious talk. And I'm like, what the fuck? Because it's so out of place. And I'm like, I know your voice doesn't sound like that. Why are you doing that? But other than that, I mean, he played a wonderfully paranoid kid.
Yeah, because I like how the brothers are acting tough, and when it came to actually time to do it, they freaked out and started screaming.
Also, shout out to Nanook, the little husky,
the dog. Yeah,
the dog saving lives all over the place.
Yeah.
I love that dog.
Yeah. All right, let's go through this.
Okay, let's do it.
The Emerson family, teenager Michael, his younger brother Sam, and their recently divorced mother Lucy moved to the seaside town of Santa Carla, California to live with Lucy's eccentric father. That's putting it lightly, Grandpa.
Yeah.
I like where he says, because she's divorced, and he's like, you're the only woman I know that didn't make any money getting a divorce.
That's true. And then she's like, well, why make it more contentious? And I'm like, you're one of those.
Yeah. Should have got some money.
Get your fair share. I am a firm believer in that. Get your fair share. And she should have. Instead, she took nothing and she ended up with her taxidermist grandpa in the middle of a very white town that has a vampire problem.
Yeah. Yeah. And the grandpa was great in this as well.
I love him. He played a lot of grandpas in the 90s too.
Yes. Yes, he did. Yeah, across the board.
Also, I just learned that Jason Patrick's grandfather was Jackie Gleason.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Look at me learning shit.
Lucy takes a job at a video store owned by Max, who takes a romantic interest in her. At the local comic book store, Sam meets the Frog Brothers, Edgar and Alan, self-proclaimed vampire hunters who claim the undead have infested the town. And they do see something that says it's the murder capital of the world. Yeah. The grandpa kind of alludes that there's a lot of killing going on.
Happening. He said, like, if everybody who was dead rose back up, we'd have a population problem or something like that.
Yeah.
And I was like, that's a really nice way of saying there's more dead people than live people here.
Yeah, and they're like, thanks for moving us back here, Mom.
They're like, that's great.
Meanwhile, Michael becomes drawn to Star, a beautiful girl he meets on the boardwalk. That's where we also meet the saxophone player.
And the vampires for the first time.
Well, the beginning of the movie, you see them come up on the carousel.
Yes, and then they're about to like rumble with some people.
And the security guard says, off you go.
I told you not to come back here.
Yeah, and then he gets killed.
We don't
Chased.
know he's killed, but he's chased from above and then picked up and flown off, pulling off his car door with it.
Yeah. Yeah, he loved it. He did like that shot in this movie because it happens a couple times.
Yeah, he did. I mean, I'm sure it's just because they rented the crane and they're like, let's get all the crane shots in.
Yeah, he saw that first shot and he's like, I love it. I'm going to keep doing this.
More of that.
He notices Star spending time with David, the charismatic leader of a local gang that includes Paul, Dwayne, and Marco. Sensing Michael's interest in Star, David challenges him to keep up with them on their motorcycles, leading him to their hideout in a former luxury hotel, buried during the 1906 San Francisco earthquake. There, David manipulates Michael's perception, making his food appear as maggots or worms, before offering him a bottle of red liquid. And he complains to Star later. I just want to point this out. She told him not to do it because it was blood.
Correct.
And later on, he's like, why'd you let me do it? I'm like, she told you not to do it.
That was such a man moment. Because how many times has your wife told you, don't do that?
Oh, all the time.
And then you do it. And then it turns, and you're like, why didn't you stop me?
Yeah.
And she's
why would
like,
you let me do that? You know I'm an idiot.
I'm sorry. I told the adult not to do it. Yeah, but I actually made a note where I was like, wow, Michael really sucks at like holding off peer pressure. No. I was like, he's really not very good at resisting peer pressure.
No.
He's just like, yeah, I can do it. Yeah, I can do it.
Yeah, like when he was earlier in school, he was the one. Yeah, he took a smoke.
Oh, 100%.
Yeah, he had no willpower.
None.
Oh, here we go. Although Star warns him that it contains blood. Michael drinks. David's gang then leads him to a railway bridge where they hang suspended over a vast drop. Each member eventually letting go and disappearing into the fog. Michael, unable to hold on, falls, but he inexplicably lands safely in his bed. Michael begins to change. He becomes sensitive to light, finds normal food revolting, and notices his reflection fading. Yeah, that was good with him and Corey Haim.
Look at your reflection. You're a vampire. You're the undead. No.
Wait till Mom finds out. He develops a craving for blood and nearly attacks Sam, but Sam's dog, Nanook, intervenes and stops him. That was a great scene too.
That was fantastic.
Yeah. We are kind of gushing over this movie because it was fun. It's not deep. It's not horrifying. And it's not
lighthearted.
Scary.
It is not scary. It is not like there's maybe some moments of like underlying tension.
Yeah.
But nothing that would hurt anybody's feelings. You know what I mean? Like it's so light and fun.
If you're a younger person and don't know a lot about this movie, if you watch Buffy the Vampire Slayer, the TV series,
you'd like this.
Yeah, absolutely. Though terrified, Sam agrees to that. Was actually good too when when Michael's floating on the ceiling and he slips out the window and he's trying to hold on and Sam's freaking out talking to his mom and he picks up the phone out the window because he's holding onto the phone line. Don't listen to him, Mom, he's lying.
That was such a typical brother moment while he's floating outside his brother's window trying to get him to let him back in the house because he's a vampire.
Help Michael and deduces that he is turning into a vampire. His transformation will only be complete though if he feeds on human blood, and it may be reversible if they kill the head vampire. Sam, Edgar, and Alan suspect Max is the head vampire. Yeah, there's a couple things that happen where the mom is dating Max and they think it is Max that is the actual vampire. But after Max is invited to dinner at Lucy's house, they notice he has a reflection and has no reaction to garlic or holy water. That's quite clever how they did this when they said, "You're the man of the house. I will not come in unless you invite me." And that turns at the end. He's like, "Silly boys, you don't invite a vampire in your house. Everything's negated."
Yeah, but you don't think it like it's not like he's at the door with his fangs showing, like frothing at the mouth.
No, and he's doing it, and he's very
He's so personable.
yeah. And so I
Charismatic.
think when I first watched it, you didn't even. Well, I was also a kid,
Yeah.
but you didn't even clue in.
But he's like, "Yeah, come on in." And then now that we've watched it, right at that moment, I'm like, "Ah."
Yeah, they're dummy. I would never do that.
I would never invite my mom's date that she's invited over for dinner into the
Yeah.
house.
Yeah, I'm not inviting the person that wants to bang my mom into my home. David and his gang attempt to push Michael into killing by revealing their true monstrous faces and demonstrating their ability to fly as they murder a group of partygoers. Oh, just so you know, did you notice the end credits where the people at the beginning they were fighting with were called surf Nazis?
Yeah.
That's who they were in the credits. Surf Nazi 1,
Yeah,
Surf
yeah, yeah.
Nazi 2.
I saw that and I was like,
I'm like, you should have done more with the surf Nazis. Like,
but I'm like, what's Nazi like? Are they just very regimented about their surf lifestyle?
could be, yeah.
Or are they
I
actually Nazis who surf?
Yeah, do they have swastika tattoos and they
Yeah.
wear Nazi helmets when they're surfing?
Like, are they like? What
And if they do, why didn't you show us that? That would have been cool.
give us a little something because I saw them listed.
I'm not perpetrating that Nazis are cool. I'm just saying if you're going to call them surf Nazis, show us some surf Nazis.
Well, no, it's the surf Nazi part.
Yeah.
'Cause I'm like, but are they Nazis who surf, or are they just surfers who are very particular and regimented about like who they surf with, how they surf?
Yeah.
What is the like? How are you referencing them as Nazis? Like, I need more details because I'm like, I didn't see anything like 1930s Germany Nazi.
No.
But I'm like, didn't really
Would
see
they
anything
refuse to
neo-Nazi.
surf with Jewish people?
Yeah, like give me.
Did you
some
have to be
information.
more Caucasian to surf with them?
I need to know these things.
Where am I? Ah, crap. Okay, must be reversed by Sam Edgar Allen. Lucy's house. They notice he has a reflection and all that stuff. David and his gang attempt to push Mike. That's that when they reveal themselves to Michael and kill that party in the bush or whatever. It was pretty cool. And they were playing Aerosmith and Run DMC's rendition of "Walk This Way."
Yes, great song.
I used to love. Well, I still love the song, but I forgot about that song too.
I've never forgotten about that song, but that's because I'm.
I haven't forgot, but I haven't heard it in so long.
I get that.
Michael resists the temptation to feed. Later, Star confides to Michael that Laddie, a young member of the gang, and she are also only partly transformed, as they too have refused to kill. She admits that David wanted her to kill Michael to complete her transformation. Determined to save her, Michael leads Sam and the Frog Brothers to the gangs later during the day while the vampires are sleeping. They stake and kill Marco. This was a great kill, by the way. Like this was... Because they were acting so tough, then they got really scared when they saw them hanging from the fucking...
Yes.
And it looked cool. It did. For a 1987 movie, this movie looked really cool.
Yeah. I will give you that. But
when they staked them?
When they staked him, I was like, why does the blood look like maple syrup?
It could have been a little more red.
It could have been, because it looked like a light brown and like the viscosity of it. I was like, it looks almost like a jelly.
But maybe that's because they were vampires.
Well, that was one of the questions I had because I was like,
they could have addressed it.
Yeah. Like, I'm like, why does it look like maple syrup? That's weird.
They kill Marco, whose pain screams awaken the others. The boys nearly escape with Star and Laddie as David vows to hunt them down that night. Yeah, because David almost gets Sam. And only because he put his hand in sunlight, it caught on fire.
Yeah.
That was a good scene.
That was good.
Yeah. Michael, Sam, and the Frog Brothers prepare for the gang's impending assault, arming themselves with holy water, a longbow, and stakes. As the night falls, David's gang breaks into the Emerson home. Yeah, because they forgot they tied up Nanook, of course. And they have to run out and get them, but then you see from the point of
Yeah.
view of them flying and all that. Yeah. Yeah, there was some tension, but it wasn't horrifying or anything. But fun. It's
Yeah.
still fun.
It was a lot of fun.
In the ensuing fight, Sam, Nanook, and the Frog Brothers kill Paul and Dwayne.
Yes.
One falls into the
Falls
tub
into
of
the
holy water.
But then he gets back up.
Yeah.
And no, first they splash the holy water on him.
And then they fall down screaming.
Nanook comes in.
Nanook saves them.
And saves them by knocking him fully into the tub and letting him soak, where he keeps coming up like in various rates of decay.
The last one was kind of cheesy when he was a
it was
skeleton.
so
That was horrible.
It was so cheesy.
Because they did pretty good up until then.
Yeah, it was just like his face melting off. But then all of a sudden it was like
Full
bear
on
skull.
skeleton.
I was like, yes. Oh my God, that's so cheesy. And it's fantastic.
And the Frog Brothers did give Nanook partial credit, even though Nanook actually did kill the vampire. Then
Nanook did all the work.
Yeah. And Sam shot him with the arrow, the other vampire, and death by speakers.
Yep.
While Michael takes on David. Michael resists David urging to accept his transformation and impales him on Grandpa's collection of antlers. Despite David's death, Michael's transformation is not undone, leading the group to realize that David was not the head vampire. Lucy and Max return home from their date. Spotting David's lifeless body, Max confesses he is the head vampire. He reveals he passed the boys' earlier vampire test because he had been invited into their home, making him immune to those vulnerabilities. Max explains his desire to create a vampire family and that he ordered David to turn Michael and Sam to compel Lucy to join the family as mother to the boys. To save Sam from being killed on the spot by Max, Lucy agrees to Max's demands. Before Max can turn her though, Grandpa crashes through with his truck through the wall, impaling Max with a large wooden fence post and causing him to explode.
Which was great.
Yeah, it was. With Max's death, Michael, Star, and Laddie convert to normal. Grandpa then quips, "One thing about living in Santa Carla I never could stomach, all the damn vampires." And then it just cuts there, which is perfect.
Yeah, perfect.
You didn't need anything else. You didn't need anything more.
Nope.
Don't make it too sappy or...
The story is done.
Yeah.
We're good. And now anybody else who was a vampire in that town is not a vampire anymore.
Yeah. And that is our movie. What is your score for The Lost Boys?
I'm a buy it. I'm a buy it. This movie is light. It is fun. It is incredibly nostalgic. If you grew up in the 80s and 90s, like there's so much in this that you're just like, it feels like home. It literally feels like home. It is funny. It is well paced. It is beautifully shot. It does have a few glitches, of course. It's a movie from 1987. It was really fun to watch. And I wasn't looking at the clock. And actually, when it finished, I was like, oh, it's over already? And then I looked at the time and I was like, no, really, it's been an hour and 40 minutes. Oh, shit. That went quick. And it's all over a good time. That's it. Go buy it. And my IMDb rating would be like an 8. Because look, it is not a deep movie. It is not intellectually stimulating, but it is a lot of fun and it's a good time. What's your rating?
Yeah, if you remember liking The Lost Boys from 1987, you probably most likely will still like it. It's a little different, but where some things have gotten a little cheesy, you are going to appreciate other things. You're going to notice some different things that if you last time you watched this, you were a kid or a teenager. Yeah, It's as a movie. If you're thinking of it just as a movie, it's like a 6, but I would give it a 7.5 easy. Maybe an 8, just because of how much nostalgia and how much fun it is. It just brings you back to a time when you remember watching this movie, and it looks great. It's acted great. The story's a little short. It's not real deep or anything, which is fine.
There are no subplots.
No, and it's not overly gory, and it's not as sexy as Joel Schumacher made me think it was.
I mean, Jason Patrick just by himself.
Actually, I was going to say Jason Patrick, Kiefer Sutherland. There were a lot of chests shown there. And
yes.
Yeah, but no, it's when it comes down to it, it's funny. It's a funny vampire movie. It's not a kids movie, but it's not a horror movie either. But no, I really had a lot of fun watching this. I say buy it. I did buy it, as you see behind me over there.
Yes.
And I actually plan on watching the documentary and everything else on this 4K because
Nice.
it's fun. I want to watch all this stuff. I had to break down, and I didn't have enough time to watch the director commentary, but I will go back and watch. No, I really liked this movie. It was a lot of fun. I'm glad I bought it. I have no quips that I paid $15-20, whatever I paid for it. I can't remember. And it's not much for a 4K disc. And it actually comes with the Blu-ray disc. I don't know why, but it does. Yeah.
I couldn't tell you why either, but
No.
yeah.
Yeah, I'm not mad at all about it.
Can I tell you, it was really great to watch this movie and have it still be really fun.
Yeah.
And there wasn't anything that was super glaring about being like, oh God, that's terrible. But if you ignore that, then, I'm like, no, it was just like straight up. Like there was some cheesy moments. There were some laughy moments. There was some, oh my God, that's gross moments. And I can't stand maggots.
Yeah, that was gross. That was gross.
So, anyways, that's not the point. The point is, it's a fun movie.
Yeah.
And it's a great, like, if you have preteens,
Oh yeah, this
11
is an easy
to
movie.
like 13. This is a great movie to put on for them and to laugh about how people dressed back in the day and to listen to them say, oh my God, that's a really cute outfit. And then have flashbacks to your own time and be like, oh God, it's coming back.
Yeah. And it has a great soundtrack.
Oh, such a good soundtrack.
No, it's a good one.
Yeah.
No, yeah, this I highly recommend buying this. But it's playing everywhere. Apparently, I bought it for no fucking reason at all. So for an 80s movie, this is because it's a very popular 80s movie.
Yeah.
And it's still it deserves to be a popular 80s movie.
Well, the hilarious thing was when I was looking for like where it was streaming, I was like, oh, it's on Crave. And I'm like, also Amazon Prime has it, and then YouTube, and then Google, and then Apple. And I'm like, well, shit, everybody's got it.
Yeah. And I have the 4K.
Hey, and that's okay.
Yeah, no, I'm very happy I got it because it looks amazing. I'm surprised at how well this movie looks. It was, and some of the shots, like the shots are when they're hanging off the bridge. That is a great fucking shot.
Oh
the
my
full
God.
moon in the background in some of the shots. No, it looks
When
fantastic.
they show Michael their vampire faces and then they crest that hill, the lighting on that.
Yeah, it was good.
Oh, it was stunning.
Yeah. Joel Schumacher, Batman and Robin aside.
Stop being like that.
He did like A Time to Kill. He did he's done some really good movies, and this is up there. This is one of my favorite 80s movies, and it still is one of my favorite 80s movies.
Oh, for sure.
Again, if you're looking for gory vampire, this is not the movie.
No.
This is fun 80s.
If you're looking for scary vampire, this is not
this
the
is
movie.
not it. No, this is not it.
If you're looking for fun, lighthearted vampire,
this is definitely
100% this is it.
Yeah. This could be, if you're having an 80s weekend and you're watching Goonies and Gremlins, you could easily toss this in there with that.
For sure.
Yeah,
I think Gremlins might be gorier than this.
I think, and scarier.
Yes.
Than the Lost Boys. I think Gremlins is gorier than this.
Yes. Yeah. I'm telling you, man.
Yeah. So if you're doing an 80s and this is easy to put in with Ghostbusters. No, it's good. I say buy it.
Yeah.
Buy it. 7.58. 2 buy it's. Yeah.
Sounds about right.
Yep. Yeah, this will definitely probably be a contender for my top 10 good movies.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Anything else you want to add to The Lost Boys from 1987?
Nope. I think I'm good.
All right. Well, thank you for coming back to 1987 and our beginning of our Halloween trek. Thanks for coming back and watching and going over Lost Boys with us. And until the next movie we remember liking.
And now, folks, it's time to say goodnight. We sincerely appreciate your patronage and hope we've succeeded in bringing you an enjoyable evening of entertainment. Please drive home carefully and come back again soon. Good night.